DoorDash delivery for Laertes. Thank you for joining us on our Muckbang Q&A. Our subscribers have a couple of questions.
Un video más, mi gente, man.
Okay, the first question our subscribers had was, what new information did you learn about Laertes in Act 4? So how would you interpret that? How do you see that?
Honestly, I think he was very desperate. He makes it very clear that he wants to get revenge for his father who was killed. We also learned that compared to Hamlet, he has much higher stride in him wanting to revenge his father by killing Hamlet. Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, what is the second question our subscribers have for us? Alright, what is the second question that the subscribers have for us today? Of course. Bro, we should have done this in the car, bro.
We should go to the car. We had technical difficulties, but we had to move to inside. But the second question that our subscribers asked was, in each scene, where does Laertes appear, and what is their motivation and objective in appearing?
You know, we can see him throughout. The main part is when he comes into the castle.
Yeah, boy.
And he's just, he's all mad and stuff. He's like, he looks like he wants to kill, he really does want to kill him. He really does want to kill Hamlet. We really know that his main objective is just to kill Hamlet for killing his father, when we in reality know that Hamlet never really meant to kill Polonius. If not, he really meant to kill Claudius. Yeah, the King Claudius.
So far you have a good you understand me well in the chapter. Okay, so the last question we're gonna ask you is, how do you think Laertes, how do you think I felt in the events in Act 4, about Hamlet?
Honestly, bro, you really despised Hamlet. He was very angry to the point that he was willing to do it all to kill him. We hear about how he wants to poison the sword, poison his water, kill him while they're sparring and stuff like that. Even to the point where we realized that King Claudius actually wanted to help you in killing him. So, in killing Hamlet. So that tells us a lot about your character. Especially seeing how Ophelia's mental state was. It just gave into that thrive of wanting to kill, because we saw how the effect had to do with Ophelia.
Okay, so another question we had was, how do you see that I react to the other characters, and how do you think the other characters react to me?
Okay, so other characters see you as a noble young man. Ophelia, your sister, respects you and loves you deeply. And then Polonius, your father, is very proud of you, and then he gives you advice before you leave for France. But King Claudius manipulates you and uses you to his advantage. But you yourself feel a strong sense of duty to protect and love your family.
Yeah,
okay,
boy.
So another question we had was, how do you think that Laertes affects the events in Act 4? And how is he affected by the events in the scene?
Act 4, when he returns to Denmark after his father's death, he rebels against King Claudius because he's deeply affected by the death of his father and his sister. And then this action brings tension to the play because it allows King Claudius to further manipulate him and control his actions.
Okay, and the last question I have that we had for you, well, the subscribers had for you, is, how was Laertes important to the act?
Laertes is important to the act because he influences the outcome of the play. And then through Laertes, we learn about the actions of revenge and the consequences of it. And then Laertes takes revenge more straightforward compared to how Hamlet takes revenge.
All right, ladies. Besides questions that we have, what questions are raised by your character because of the actions or words they said?
So, the questions that were raised is some were how his looks on revenge and justice, and his like the way he seeks revenge, like his way of seeking revenge to his father's death, and the way that Claudius is easily manipulated by the way that Laertes, the way that I am easily manipulated by Claudius, makes like the readers question whether I can independently, like whether I can work on my own.
All right, ladies, finally, thank you for joining us here on our mukbang. We're basically done with our food, but so let's wrap this up. What questions that you think people might have had before or that you've had about yourself were revealed in this act?
So I think questions about how I see revenge or seek justice were answered because in this act I'm just like aggravated and I'm desperate for revenge, and that answers the questions on how I like see revenge.
All right.
Justice.
Thank you for joining us. I think we enjoyed the food more than having you here.
Oh.
So if you wouldn't mind, could you please step out?
Oh.
No.
Bye. I'll take the fries.
Where's my tip?